everybody. Today I thought we might look at one of these nifty books that I have. This one is called Drawing Shapes is Fun, Drawing a Butterfly with Circles. So I thought I'd give it a try and see how it worked out, and feel free to follow along with me. To do this, you will need something to draw on and some markers or crayons. The colors you will need are pink, green, blue, red, black, yellow, purple, and orange. Okay, let's get started. It starts off, butterflies use their wings to fly. Let's draw a butterfly. So there is a photo, it looks like, of a monarch butterfly maybe. All right. It says to draw a green circle to make part of the wing for your butterfly. Okay, here we go. Wish me luck. Green circle. Okay. And now it says to draw a blue circle to make part of the next wing for your butterfly. Right next to it. Okay. Now it says to draw a small pink circle on the right wing of your butterfly. So kind of like that. So a smaller circle and it overlaps. And then it says to draw a small yellow circle on the left wing of your butterfly. It's the right wing for me, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I couldn't find my yellow marker, so I'm using this highlighter. Draw two small orange circles on the top wings of your butterflies inside. So there's a small orange circle, there's a small orange circle. Draw two small red circles on the bottom wings. Okay. Rump, rump. Draw a small black circle for the head of your butterfly. So right up here, kind of perched on those two top wings. Does it look like a butterfly yet? Draw 7 smaller purple circles for the body of your butterfly. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm kind of close here. The bottom circles were closer together and they touch that, but pretty close. It does look kind of like a butterfly. Now it says color in your butterfly. Nice work. So maybe I will do that and see if it looks even more like a butterfly. So I'm going to color in the purple circles first, since I already have that marker out. And then the black. And maybe I can make it a little bit bigger. Okay. And then, let's see, let's do those orange circles up here. And make it a little bit bigger. Okay. And then the red circles on the bottom. This is so exciting. We're drawing a butterfly using nothing but circle shapes. This is kind of empowering. Okay. I'm going to start over here, and I'm going to color in the blue first. I love this blue. I need to be careful going around that orange circle. There we go. I hope you guys have done a lot of coloring this summer. I love to color. And I'm excited. I don't always feel like I'm the best at drawing. I'm pretty pumped about this butterfly. I bet I could even keep practicing and get better if I do it some more. Okay, this blue is very intense. Okay, there's the blue wing, and then let's do the pink underneath it. And I may make it a little bit bigger so we can get a little bit closer to this. Yeah, 7 purple circles over there. That works pretty well, I think. In the drawing, they kind of overlap, but I don't want to get blue ink on my pink markers, so I'm just gonna go around the bottom here. Like that. Okay. Let's do the green. Go around the 7 purple circles that make up the body. So really, I think for the color blending, it might work better to use crayons or colored pencils. Oops, I'm in a hurry. I need to slow down. Colored pencils, crayons, or pastels. That way, where the circles overlap, you can blend them a little bit better. Okay, and we're almost done. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to try to make my bottom a little bit wider. And again, I'm not going to overlap the colors because I don't want to get green on my yellow highlighter. So, dun, 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 there is the book's version, and here is my version. So yeah, I feel pretty good about it. We can draw a butterfly using just a circle shape. I think that is pretty cool. We may do some more of these. Thanks, everybody. All right, everybody. Now we're gonna write with some invisible ink. Yeah. To do this, we're gonna need a few things. You'll need some paper. You will need something to write with. This can be a little bit tricky. I've got some toothpicks. I'm gonna try to write with some Q-tips and a little bitty paintbrush. We'll see how that writes. You're gonna need a little bowl or a little cup and some lemon juice. So if you have a lemon at home, you can just ask an adult to cut a lemon in half for you, and you can squeeze the lemon into the small bowl. And the lemon juice is actually going to be your ink. I don't have a lemon up here at the library today, but I do have a container of lemon juice. So I shook it up, and I am just going to pour it in here. My little ink well. All right. Now, you want to write or draw something on your paper. I got some different kinds of paper to try. I got some white cardstock, some gray cardstock, and then just 2 plain pieces of white paper. And I think we'll start off with the plain white paper. And it says to use a lot of lemon juice for what you draw. And it recommends the toothpick. So I'm gonna start off with that, dip it in there. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so I did this with the toothpick and the lemon juice. I'm gonna see what works better for me. Next, I'm going to try writing and drawing with a Q-tip or a cotton swab. Here we go. Okay, I think the cotton swab worked pretty well. The line just isn't as fine, but it went a lot faster. So next, I'm going to try out this inexpensive paintbrush that I think I got out of a tray of watercolors. I'm excited. Okay, so I let the invisible ink or lemon juice dry on my piece of white paper overnight. And I ran into an interesting challenge because to make our invisible ink visible again, we needed light, but not just any light. We needed light from an incandescent light bulb. And I had a hard time finding one. Most of the lights these days are LED or fluorescent, and they don't give off heat, which is actually a good thing, but incandescent bulbs do. And the only one I could find was one at my house inside one of these wax scent warmers. La la! And you can feel the heat. I mean, you wouldn't really want to touch that bulb inside of it. So what I've been doing is shining the light over my invisible ink, and it is working. And let me tell you how this works. So the acid in the lemon juice breaks down the cellulose of the paper, breaks it down into sugars. And the heat that the incandescent light bulb gives off tends to caramelize those sugars, making them brown and revealing what you wrote or drew with the lemon juice. So I'm gonna kind of show you. It might be kind of hard to see, but it has kind of caramelized right there in the O. You can see down here where I was writing Mary with the paintbrush that worked pretty well. So first try, I think I know what's gonna work. It was the end of this plastic paintbrush. So I'm gonna try it one more time now that I kind of have a feel for what's going on. Boys and girls, kind of have the results of my latest try at the invisible ink. So you can kind of tell with this, it did caramelize a little bit. And hey, I realized I need to stop and explain some of these big words. So we asked how this invisible lemon juice works, and I said that the acid in the lemon juice breaks down the cellulose of the paper into sugars. But did I tell you what cellulose was? No. Cellulose forms the main part of plant cells and vegetable fibers. And then I said the heat supplied from the light tends to caramelize the sugars, making them brown and revealing their secret drawing. But we didn't talk about what caramelizing was. Caramelizing means to heat sugar or syrup until it has melted and turned brown. So here is my little incandescent light. And it worked a little bit. You can tell that I wrote once upon a time and tried to draw one of our circle butterflies there. Now the one I did on white cardstock, you can see it when I shine the light on it, and it did get a little bit darker and more apparent, but it's still pretty light. I drew clouds and a rainbow and some little coins over here. Now on the gray cardstock, I drew a little treasure map, and after putting the light on it, you can tell that I think you can mostly tell that says library. The Y did not come out. And tree, I wrote the word tree, and the tree showed up after the light. That worked pretty well. House, and you can't tell that I wrote garden. It's kind of mushy. And this, you can tell that it says treasure, and you can kind of see the dotted line here. But the big X that I painted in the middle is just really hard to see. The lemon juice didn't caramelize at all there. Well, good afternoon, everyone. I thought we could put our engineering skills together with our artistic, creative skills and make something unique. I want us to make a fairy habitat. So let me show you what I'm going to use to make this. I am going to use a glue gun. Now some of you may have glue guns at home, some of you may not. You may have to have a grown-up to help you with it. That's okay. I think everything I'm going to do with my glue gun can also be replicated with glue dots, which I will put in your packet. I'm going to use a glass jar with a lid. I don't know if I'm going to use glitter or not. I've got some green stones and some iridescent or clear stones. I've got some brown chenille stems. I got a little Frog Prince finger puppet. I've got some reindeer moss. I've got some random sticks. And I have some wireless battery operated LED lights. I've never made one of these before, but I think it sounds like a lot of fun. Wish me luck. I'm gonna film it and see how it goes. So this is my finished jar. I've got my little frog prints in there, some moss. I made a little tree with my chenille stem, put a little moss on top. The lights are on. I bet this will look really cool at nighttime on your bedside table, maybe. I really like the color green. There's a lot of green in here. And you'll notice I put the light there in the bottom. So when you don't want it on, you can turn it off. Pretty nifty. Well, everyone, that wraps up this week's Summer STEAM program. I enjoyed it. I hope you will too. So let's go over briefly what we did. We drew a butterfly using nothing but a circle shape over and over again. So if you draw a butterfly using nothing but circles at home, I would love to see it. Ask your grown-up to share it with me if you want to. It's okay if you don't. Then we also wrote with invisible ink. So I will put a copy of the 2 pages from the book that I got the idea from in your packet. That one was a little bit tricky, so if you do it again, I would love to see how it turned out. And last but not least, our fairy jar, our fairy lights. So what I have to send home while supplies last is a glass mason jar with a lid. I also have the string lights, the little battery operated string lights that go inside of the jar. I will put reindeer moss in the packets again till we run out, a chenille stem. I'll put a couple of these stones in there again till they run out, glitter until it runs out. And I think I had a little bit of trouble fitting my hand down inside the jar. I'll put a little stick in there, but little kids, your hand will be smaller than mine, so you might not have trouble placing things where you want it. I don't have a glue gun to send home, but I will put glue dots in there, and again, the glue dots should work just as well as the glue gun did. And I don't have very many, but I do have some of these little finger puppets. I put the frog prints one inside this jar, and I'll put one of those in a packet until my supplies run out as well. And some of you might have some little wings or seashells or other things that you want to put in your fairy jar, and I would love to see them. I think this is so much fun. I wonder, I'm gonna look around and see if I have some other things to put in here. All right, thank you so much. And I'll see you next week, everybody. Bye-bye.